Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. Now, y'all, this is my second time sitting down here doing this review because I just listened to the first one and it had all of this like feedback. So if I sound like lower than normal, it's because I couldn't do the microphone this time. I don't know what's going on. And my phone about to die, so it's got to be on the charger while we're doing this. But I don't know what's going on with my little mic. She ain't working. Or at least maybe she wasn't in there far enough. I don't know, but I was getting feedback. We're here for Run the World again. Season 1, Episode 5, Plus Ones. So Sandy and Matthew have to get their story straight. You know, that they are both sitting in with the university and they're being questioned about their relationship. How long have you been in the relationship? We flash to where they are, you know, brainstorming how they will tackle the interview. And he says they should say 6 months, and she's like, nah, we ain't gonna go into the situation, you know, lying. So 2 years. We've been together 2 years. It is what it is. And so they agree. It's really windy. They agree to say 2 years. Then they ask, okay, so have you guys ever been intimate or, you know, engaged in sexual activities on campus? They both say no. But then we see a whole montage of every time that they did have sex on campus. They didn't have sex in the library, in the utility closet, down to the dorm room, in the cab, on the quad, on the yard, at the Kappa tree, over there at the Delta tree. Listen, all over the campus they have got down. All over the campus. But they gonna tell the people that they haven't. They finish up the interviews and they leave holding hands. Sandy is moving in with Matthew now. Now that they're, you know, they are an item. Yeah, now she can move in. His daughter tells her that she's been putting the towels in the wrong place. And she's like, but I mean, you never said anything. She's like, yeah, every time you left, I did move them. But now that you're going to be moving in, you need to know where the towels really go. So a little kid shade there. Sandy and Matthew are also going to have a party to celebrate, you know, their coming out. She tells Ella that she's going to have to find a new advisor now that the, you know, university knows everything, but that's the least of her worries. She wants to know, Ella wants advice on how she should ask Whitney about, you know, whether or not Anderson can come as her +1. She needs a little advice on that. Sandy don't have no advice besides no. The answer is no. She's not going to let it happen. I ain't with it. We don't like Anderson. No. Party is going on. And Sandy, Matthew, and his daughter are giving one of their guests a tour. And she's rocking around. She's like really giving Stepford Wife. She's like, this is from Africa. We got this shipped in from Europe. You know, like she's just really walking around giving tour guide down at the African American Museum, you know, if you will. She's telling the guy about how, you know, the history of the house and you know, the brownstone being passed down, you know, from generation to generation. Like she's really, you know, selling it. And Ella and Whitney are looking on like, look at sis, really giving Stepford Wife. Like, you know, what's this? You know, like I never thought I'd see the day. Ella's not surprised because, you know, grits. And not Whitney, but yeah, Whitney. Whitney's like, what's that? Grits? What's that? You know, girls raised in the South. You know, the goal is marriage always. I'm gonna say that's probably true for a lot of Southern women. You know, the goal is to find you a husband, get married, you know, have children, marry your daughter off again the same kind of way. You know, pedigree. It's the Southern thing is very much, you know, about pedigree. You know, who's your family? That sort of thing. Get you a man. You got to have you a good man. Marry up. You know, that sort of thing. That's very much a Southern thing. But my mother, well, she wasn't raised in the South. So maybe that's why she was on that. I'm about to beat in your head. You gonna be a strong black independent. Keyword, independent black woman. You're gonna be a strong black woman. I don't want to be the strong black woman no more. I don't know why or why we, you know, paint that picture like that's the goal for all black women and like we all aspire to be super career driven and super strong, you know? No, I like being dainty and feminine and very much kept, you know, on occasions, you know, like, yeah, you should have your own little nest egg. We should all teach our girls that too. Be prepared. But should we be saying prepare yourself for that man to leave you? Really? Why not prepare the guys, prepare our black boys to do better? And so we don't have to prepare our women to be without them. You know? That's my TED talk. Anyway, I done really went off on a tangent. Renee gets to the party and she has a +1 with her. You know, this guy, he's a random. Nobody knows who he is. She runs down, you know, all his accolades or whatever. That's good enough for her. Excuse me. And it's good enough for her to, you know, let him smash at the end of the night. He worried about the music though, of course. He say, listen, what's this music? And Ella's like, you mean the jazz? Yeah, the jazz. What's that? Why we got jazz going on at the party? The party is laying here. And I'm going to agree that I don't want to be hearing no jazz at a party. You know, maybe at like a little mixer, a work mixer, you know, that sort of thing. If we down at the convention again and we got a little mixer situation happening, maybe you can maybe you can have a little jazz playing then, but just at a party, a whole big celebration and we listening to jazz? No. Sandy gets into this conversation with one of her guests. I'm assuming this is someone, you know, a colleague or something, somebody that works at the school. And they're talking about sex and the power dynamics and relationships and that sort of thing. And, you know, she's all for, you know, fucking up. Like, you know, getting a man that's going to elevate you. You know, sleeping with somebody that can take you places. That can take you to the next level in your life, in your career, whatever. And she's being very condescending as if to say that Sandy somehow fucked up, you know. So Sandy's triggered. She don't want to hear that. She excuses herself and she pulls Ella to the side. Ella don't really see no issues. No, she ain't got no qualms with none of that. Ella's like, that's what I've been saying. Renee is saying the same thing. Girl, I've been saying that. So what else you got to say about it? Like they're intrigued by this lady, not Sandy. When she pulls her aside, they, you know, go into the kitchen and then come to find out the lady, she in there too. She in there washing a glass and drying it off on her own. You know, she ain't asking, oh, I couldn't find one, so I thought I'd just wash one out myself. I just helped myself. Okay, girl. And she makes more, you know, shady, condescending remarks, basically like, oh, okay, he got a good one this time because the last one couldn't cook. You know, making it seem like she's just one of many, you know, like he's just had this harem of women over the years and she's seen them all, you know, and it's like, girl, ain't no sense in getting comfortable. There will be another. And she's a hater. She's a hater. She about want the man for herself. Ella tells her that, you know, I'm really digging your worldview. And she tells her, I'm really digging your confidence because only a confident woman would rock that hair. Girl, what? Really? Okay, whatever. When Sandy and Matthew are going to bed, she asks him if he's ever thrown a party like this before. He tells her no. He kind of plays it down like, I mean, I done it, you know, maybe once or twice, but it wasn't nothing too big, you know, it wasn't nothing like this. And she's like, with who? Like your coworkers, like students, like who all was over there? She trying to make sure, like, you know, this ain't just something that he's done, you know, in the past. Like she's trying to make sure he don't be sleeping with his students, and that's just like not his thing. I knew something was gonna be up with that Matthew, but we'll see. Renee and her little friend are in the throes of sex, they're having the sex. And she gets distracted, of course, because his necklace is just dangling all in her face. I mean, in every position. It's just hitting her all up in the nose and the chin, all in her face. And she's just finally like, can you just take it off? Can you just take the necklace off? And he tells her he never takes his necklace off. It encapsulated inside of it is his ex-wife's, not ex-wife's, but his deceased wife's ashes. he has it in his necklace, and so he don't never take it off because he love his wife, his queen. His queen. He started really going in, like describing her, and busts a nut while doing so. It's weird. But yeah, so yeah, he ain't gonna be the one. The ladies are at the bridal shop. They're trying on their bridesmaid dresses, and you know, they're beautiful, by the way. Renee wanted to split in hers though, because she says she can't really get down and do the wobble. You know, it's a little tight in the knee area. And so she wanted a little split so she can really get down at the reception. They're all waiting on Hope, the maid of honor. Mama Gwen and Whitney show up. Mama Gwen is her mama, of course. They show up. Oh, I missed the scene where they were riding to the bridal shop and Mama was just, you know, checking off her checklist. And Whitney's being very short, very, you know, she kind of snippy. You know, like she got an attitude. You know, who knows about what, but she really ain't here for her mama being in town. Especially for as long as she's going to be there. But anyway, Mama Gwen shows up and all the girls are excited to see her. They love her mama. Whitney, on the other hand, is annoyed with her mother's presence. Hope gets there. Hope is a friend from college. She's a college friend. She's the one who introduced Whitney and Ola, so she's maid of honor. And you already know the hometown girlfriends, you know, your day ones, they ain't really here for your new college friend. Because she's trying to take over and overexert not overexert herself, but she's like, you know, putting 20 on 10. It's like, girl, we get it, y'all cool, but don't misinterpret the hierarchy here. Don't get it up, okay? We've been friends since elementary school. We definitely trump your little college relationship that you know, that little yin around the house. This right here run deep. That's how it always is. That's how it always is, you know. But what's understood don't have to be explained. If the people understand what the hierarchy is from jump, then people won't overstep like that. But anyway, Whitney and her mama are in there trying on the dress, whatever. Her mom is, you know, tying her corset, and she might be pulling a little too tight. Or Whitney's just got an attitude because she's just in a bad mood. And she kind of snaps at her mama and tells her to go sit over there in the little chair for mothers of the bride, while she really gets some help with her dress. The ladies that are, you know, still sitting out in the little bridal room area, they in there talking, and Ella and Renee, Sandy's still upset about, you know, that lady at the party. Ella and Renee are trying to tell her, you know, listen, what she said wasn't wrong. You know, like maybe her delivery was off, but I'm here for what she was saying. And, you know, because Ella's like, it is okay to fuck up. Like, what's wrong with that? Sandy's not here for none of it. Hope interrupts and it's like, okay, ladies, so since I ain't getting nary nan response from nobody in regards to the bachelorette party weekend situation, I went on ahead and booked, and you guys each owe $800. You know, I take Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, no Cash App though. Renee is like, girl, go. What is that for? She tells them that it's for the room, it's for dinner, it's for a couple of things. Sandy says, even if I had $800, which I don't, just lying around, I wouldn't spend $800 on that. Like, we're going to have to go back to the drawing board about all of this. But Hope is saying, no, we're not doing that. You are going to give me the $800 because had y'all responded like you should have, then we wouldn't even be in this mess. Whitney comes out in her dress and hated it. Oh, I don't like the dress. I don't like the dress at all. I don't like the shoulder stuff. I don't like the big ass bow in the front. Miss me with that dress. I'm like, is this the first try on? Like next? Next, because that one ain't it. That one ain't it. As soon as she gets out there, they just start throwing at her all of their bullshit. Like Renee is on some, what, can I get a split? Oh, and about that, speaking of plus ones, can I bring a plus one? Oh no, she said, can she take Jason off the guest list? Hope chimes in like, uninviting people is tacky. We're not doing that. I think Ella, Ella want to bring a +1. She want to bring Anderson. Sis is just like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all in the dressing room right now. Let's talk. So she goes in there and reads them down. You know, no Ella, no +1 for you. Jason is in the wedding, so he will be there. And no, you cannot bring some random stranger in his place. No, if she can't bring a +1, you can't bring a +1. Are we clear, ladies? Are we clear? Is everybody clear on how I feel about all of this? Because they were showing their ass, and she's just like, y'all are not about to embarrass me. Not today. Not this weekend. We're not doing that. Y'all gonna be on your best behavior. Okay, friends? And friends say okay. Whitney goes to dinner with her mother. And, you know, her mama is trying to break the walls down. She's like, listen, you are very tough on yourself. Like, girl, that's going to be the death of you. You know, like, you're going to have to relax. You're going to have to relate, relax, release. Or is it, no. Yeah. Relate, relax, release. Relax, relate, release. I can't remember. Debbie, let me know, okay? Y'all let me know what Debbie Allen was saying over there on the A Different World. Relax, relate, release. I think it's relax, relate, release. I know release is, you know, the last one because she was doing all of this. But anyway, Whitney got to chill out. And she need to let her mama in because she's got a whole wall up. And this is your mama. This is your mama. But she don't really like her mama like that. And I think a part of all of this attitude is because she cheated on her fiance, and the guilt is just really getting to her. The waiter comes to the table, and because it's time for her to relax, relate, release, she orders some bread and butter. You know, she's been watching her figure, not really eating too many carbs, really counting calories because she has to get in her wedding dress. You know, she don't want to be, she don't want to be having to take the dress out. And, you know, if anything, it's better if you got to take it in. That's a good problem to have. But we definitely don't want to have to alter it and have to take anything out. So, Sis has been watching her figure. But on this day, she's letting her hair down and she's ordering bread and butter and 2 old fashions because we got a lot of catching up to do. A lot of catching up to do. And that's the end. That's the end. Oh, I did that in 10 minutes this time. I don't remember how long it was the first time. But, yeah, and of course I got to stop it and listen to it, and hopefully we don't have the same issue as we did before, because I am not reviewing this again. If we have technical difficulties this time, y'all just won't be getting a Run the World review. So we'll see. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.